What's approaching the supreme moment, reality striking closer than it seems, don't it? Go ahead.
What's good? Welcome back to another session. Now, looking through the list of 77 SSRs that are available for the Tanabata exchange item, I noticed that I've already unlocked 3 dupe paths for this guy, so I ended up just getting one last dupe I needed to max this guy out. I'm just quite curious how relevant this guy still is, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and max this guy out and show you guys that looking back on this in hindsight, definitely don't sleep on this guy because this guy still packs quite a punch and he can do fairly well. So we're gonna go ahead and max this guy out and get him to rainbow status. Probably nowadays you don't really see this guy at 100% potential as much, so especially with the physical version of the Future Gohan already out as the category lead for the Future Saga. Unfortunately, they can't link up together on the same team, but we're going to go ahead and test out how this guy is. So let me just go ahead and start off by covering the stats a little bit. Just so you know, I gave him level 9 for additional attacks and level 17 for criticals, and I'll explain why here in a second. But he does have the leader skill. Tech types attack increases 70%. The Kamehameha will greatly raise attack and cause extreme damage to enemies. So even though he only has the ability for extreme damage, the Kaioken Mechanic will offset that, and you'll see that in the video. So don't be discouraged just because this guy only has extreme damage capabilities. The passive skill is attack and defense increases 70% when HP is 80% or below. So a little bit restricted there where it has, HP has to be below 80%. But it is a decent amount of boost toward attack and defense. Link skills, he's got Golden Warrior +1 key enemy defense minus 2000. Super Saiyan will increase attack by 10%. Prepared for battle +2 key. Experienced fighters 10% increase to attack. Kamehameha will increase attack by 2500 when SA is launched. Dismal Future +1 key, and Shattering the Limit +2 key. Falls into 2 categories, Hybrid Saiyans and Future Saga, so you'll see him on the Hybrid Saiyans category here. Again, maxed out, he has HP levels of 13,820, attack is 13,636, and defense of 9,131. 12 key multiplier is 140%, and again, greatly raises attack, or the Kaioken Mechanic is a equivalent of 50% increase to attack. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and test out, over the course of a number of super attacks, how much his attack will actually go up. And he is going to be getting a lot of help from the support type units, mainly Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, and also the teen or youth Super Saiyan 2 Gohan as well. The Gohan you see on the very left right there, I actually ended up maxing this guy out. He's put in quite a bit of work for me over the course of the years, and he deserves to be at rainbow status, so I ended up maxing out the guy. And I'll do a separate showcase video for him at some point. So even though the base attack is fairly low, he does creep up and his attack will go up steadily, and again, this guy only has extreme damage, so let that sink in, and it'll put it in perspective as to the Kaioken Mechanic itself will greatly help this unit out. And I've chosen like a variety of battles just so you get an idea of the shorter battles versus the longer battles. That way you can get a picture of how high his attack will actually go in a realistic setting somewhat. So let's see how he does with the Dokkan mode attack here. So with a critical about 2.1 million, certainly not bad. Nothing, extraordinary or anything, but it's still a pretty good amount. So we're back to his base, and you can see only a potential of 101,000, and far less, less than half of what the Future Trunks unit it's capable of producing at this point. And this Gohan unit right there is still at SA level 1 with no work on the dupe system, so I definitely got to put in some work on him. So base attack was about 244,000, and we'll see how much it fluctuates over time. So it is up to about 258,000 now. So yeah, it's steadily increasing little by little, and now it's up to about 800,000, and yeah, almost double in damage output without the critical. So now we got a pretty good setup with both Gohan units supporting, and then you can see, I mean, he's got the output potential of 428,000 already. So this guy is definitely a sleeper, and you know, don't write him off just yet. I mean, he's already at 1 million potential, and with the critical, I mean, 900,000. So this guy is definitely still relevant, and he can still be ran on a team. Yeah, now you're looking at 477,000, and again, this guy will continue to increase attack, and I'm actually pleasantly surprised at this guy's performance still. You know, I figured nowadays he'd be a little bit more obsolete, but yeah, he can still do very well. And obviously, you know, you want that HP to be below 80% just to get that attack and defense increase of 70%. So in order to maximize this guy, it can be a little bit tricky with the HP levels, but you know, it's all good. I mean, most of the time you're going to be able to get the HP level below 80% at some point. Now you're looking at about 583,000. So you can see that even with the LR Trunks, he's like 200,000 more in potential wise. So yeah, let that sink in. So I mean, no complaints with the 767,000 in damage output. I mean, this guy is doing pretty well given the given how old this card actually is. So this is back to the base, so you can see that it's about 105,000, pretty much the equivalent of the physical Gohan's, you know, output at this point, and hitting for only about 191,000. You know, very little output there, but again, this is the very first super attack that he's performing, and plus I think the HP was pretty much maxed out at that attack. So again, it's going to fluctuate. Now we're looking at 300,000. Obviously he's getting help from both sides with 35% and 30% increase to attack from the Gohan support units, but again, he can still, you know, I mean, he's still capable of doing pretty well. I mean, even without the support, he could probably do pretty well. And defense is obviously good, combination of his own passive and then the support units providing the defensive boost. Yeah, this guy can definitely defend fairly well as well. So I'm obviously not getting the super attacks with the other units just to kind of drag this battle out a little bit longer. That's why I said, you know, this is pretty much the reason why I gave him level 17 criticals, is because if I want to run through it as fast as possible with, you know, the powerful units, I thought it'd be better off just giving him level 9 for additional attack and level 17 for criticals. That way I get to maximize his damage output based on, you know, only a couple of supers. So I figured it'd be more beneficial for him, but you could definitely go with a more balanced approach like level 12 and level 14 setup, or even level 15 and level 11, you know, altering options. So either way, you can't go wrong with it. I just decided that given being realistic about how long the battles will actually be, I figured criticals are probably more important for me. So 656,000, fluctuating up to like a ridiculous amount, you know. So it's I'm actually very surprised with this guy, and I actually don't regret maxing him out. I think I could find some uses for him. So let's see how he does against the full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku here. Obviously a pretty good unit, so, or a pretty good, pretty tough enemy to face. So, you know, it's one of the newer Dokkan events, so let's see how he does. Yeah, 1.34 million output potential, and then hitting for about 900,000 against Goku, so definitely not bad. Now you're looking at 736,000 potential, and then up to about 1 million now, and then let's see how much he actually hits for. Yeah, look at that, 1.65 million. That is crazy talk. And critical for about 1.1 million, and then let's see how this one does. Yeah, pretty crazy, right?